And then I heard Rick Fay say one time that someone asked at MKG, Guru Dan in front of the seminar, what he looked for in his instructors. And Guru Rick said that without taking or skipping a beat, Guru Dan went that they care about their students. And then he just moved on. And I was like, when I heard that, I was like, oh, maybe I do belong here, you know?
Yeah.
And so, in the midst of all for yourself over the years, what do you look for in your students and the instructors that are going to be representing you or representing the arts?
That they care about their students.
Amen, sir. Amen.
I mean, yeah, of course, it's hard to beat Guru Dan in
Yes, sir.
his. I mean, he's been doing this longer than twice my lifetime at this point, and so what I would say is that in students, I tell my students I want three things from them. I want them to show up, I want them to do what they're told, and I want them to sweat. So show up, work hard, sweat, and follow instructions. If you do that, I'll make you amazing. That's actually pretty easy.
Hmm.
Um, and that doesn't require a lot on my part or their part. If you have a good curriculum and a good training program, which we do because we have great arts and they come with all that stuff, as long as you don't mess it up yourself,
Hmm.
um, then you can produce great results. And so then after that, it really becomes character, right? Who are you? What do you like? And so I don't really have anybody in my program that's bullies, that are bullies, that bully people, that beat on people when they don't need beaten on, that everybody in my organization can go work with a brand new person and help make them better, and then turn around and work with a peer where they push each other, and then turn around and work with a senior and be an honest, open book and be eager to learn. That's, those are all things that I demand from all of my staff and all of my instructors in my organization. But they're all such great character, and we foster that in our training models, so that's what people are. They just know this is the norm. And when somebody comes in and they're different than that, they are the anomaly. And when they recognize that type of behavior doesn't go well, they generally go away. Yeah.
So, quick question. How do you think martial artists should think about violence realistically without becoming fearful or aggressive or a bully?
Yeah. Well, a bully is just someone who is. I think fighting is a power, uh, and it can be abused just like any other power, right? So,
Hmm.
um, and so whether it's somebody who's slapping around on their wife, or slapping around on kids, or slapping around on some other student in your class that can't stand up for themselves, or belittling people, there's a lot of
Hmm.
forms of that. Those are all abuses of power, and so I mean, like I said, we don't tolerate any of that stuff. But how can martial artists do that? Well, I think that in general, most martial artists are not studying martial arts with the intent of violence. I think that there are guys who are studying martial art with and I'm talking about real violence, right? I'm not talking about um,
Competition.
yeah, nothing that has rules, right?
Sir.
So, I mean, those are all training models to get you ready for real violence, right? So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that because everybody goes, oh yeah, but people think that if you fight in the ring, whatever that ring is, right, that's going to make you more capable of violence. But that's just a starting ground. Like everyone should be there.
Hmm.
Everyone should go through that. Everyone should do hard competitive sparring with people outside your circle. At the very least, people inside your circle, to whatever your level of comfort is. Does that make
Hmm.
sense?
Yeah, it
And
makes
some
total sense.
Yeah, some people their threshold for violence is very low. They have no history of it. They don't have the athleticism for it. They don't have the personality for it. So they're going to get maybe all they want just by sparring the guys in class. And
Hmm.
other guys will need to go outside to find more pressures, right? Go outside the house, so to speak. And I know all of that's absolutely relevant. But there are real problems in the world that simply are not addressed by your martial arts training, right? So I would advise that most martial artists need to look at violence in just take martial arts out of the way. Just pretend there's no such thing, and then just go study 1,000 hours of violence on video. You know, I mean, I can't tell you how much of that I have watched over the last 26 years. Back when we were sharing videos because the internet wasn't what it is now. So we were getting a video clip and sending an email to a whole bunch of guys, and everybody's writing down what they thought and then forwarding the email to everybody else on the chain. And we had, tier one operators, and we had SWAT teams and snipers and EOD guys and, undercover cops and street brawlers and, bouncers. Everybody would chime in on their little email and send it back. And so you learn from all these different amazing perspectives. Some of them were martial artists, but a whole bunch of them were not. And so you got a chance to see, oh, wow, I would have never thought that.